Well, it's so lovely to see everyone, and everyone seems calm, but I know that we've all been kind of struggling a little bit in with all the changes that are going on. So this meditation is intended to bring us back to center and to peace, and I'm going to use this antique brass bowl to help us do that. And as I sound the bowl, I'll ask you to breathe. Breathe deeply and breathe calmly and feel your body. And begin by breathing in and breathing out and feeling settled in your body. And as I sound the bowl, imagine that your body is vibrating like the actual bowl. Your body is made of vibrations, and you hold a frequency. And by listening to this one tone, which has multiple tones in it, it can help bring you back to center. So breathing in and breathing out, settle into your body and feel the entrainment of your own cells as you listen to the tone of this bowl. And with just this simple bit of focus, you allow anxiety, busy mind, worries to fall away just by coming back home to your body and to your own vibration. Continuing to breathe in and breathe out. Become more relaxed with every breath. Breathing in peace. Breathing out any sense of worry or anxiety. Knowing that your own breath is available to you to create this sense of peace and centeredness. So all of us are living in times of great turmoil. And for us to live in peace and to create peace is the prescription. We feel the opposition of forces in this world. We feel that the opposite side doesn't hear us, doesn't understand us, and that side feels that we don't understand them. Whoever you're thinking of, it can be political, it can be any ideology, whatever it is, we can feel the friction of ideologies and oppositions. And yet, we hold a frequency, each of us, completely unique to us, the same as the bowl makes a sound. We have a vibration, a frequency, and a sound, whether we hear that sound or not. And so for the times we're living in, it is highly recommended that we remember this vibration of peace and calm. Whether it's an argument at home or a political point of view, rather than taking a stance in opposition, we serve this transition by being calm and centered. So breathing in and breathing out, we feel the luxury of this moment, the peace of this moment. And we can remember that we are adding this frequency to the world we live in, to the culture we live in. It is as if we are one instrument in a symphony, and we can bring this peace to the concert. And now bring your awareness to your heart center in the middle of your chest. And as you feel it open and expand, feel this peace in your heart. Imagine you're holding a dove in the palms of your hands. You must hold it really gently so as not to get it upset. And you can feel the warmth and the softness of this dove. Bring this image into your heart center. Feel it expanding gently, softly, but fully alive with its life force. Your heart center is full of life force energy. And now take a moment in your awareness to expand your awareness from me to we, and gently hold in your awareness everyone who is on this call and in this circle. Just for a moment, expand your heart. And share your life force energy with everyone on this call. And now returning to yourself, to your own heart. Becoming aware of the little shift in quality since you expanded into we and returned to me. Breathing in and breathing out. Just allow your heart to be open and alive, just with your awareness. And giving thanks. Thanks for your heart center. Thanks for your body and all of the senses of your body. Thank you for simplicity. That moving away from the head and overthinking and overanalyzing and just returning to the body and to the heart and to this peace. It's so simple and it's such a gift. And now in gratitude, allow your eyes to open and allow your awareness to come back and your senses to come back to this moment and to everyone and everything surrounding us. while still holding this beautiful awakened heart energy. And so it is.
Open your potentiality. Let go now of negativity. Fulfill your beauty and highest destiny through love, peace, and harmony. Rise up, rise up, stand for dignity. Rise up, rise up for humanity. Let's all change this old reality by being in integrity. This will ground stability by moving toward tranquility. Stand up, rise up, raise your frequency. Rise up, hold your positivity. Rise up, rise up, rise up, open to possibilities for our destiny. For our sanity. But I'd like to get on with the show, and I'd like to feature our guest artist, Lisa Muller.
Hi everybody. Thanks, Lynn. Yeah, so my background is in ceramics, and that's actually the connection to the birds of the Firebird. I was working in ceramics during that time. And so that was a big part of my several years as I made my living making ceramics, and was able to also do the bird during that time. So these pieces are everything that you'll see. I don't know if there's 2 or 3 pieces. This I'm considering one piece that you'll see in this little collection. The themes that I work with are themes of domestic everything. Like basically anything I see around me is inspirational for imagery making, and I work it into the pieces somehow. But you will also notice that many of the pieces have animals. They're sort of animal centric, and I use both human and non-human animals and morph those together often to show them in circumstances that you wouldn't ordinarily see either one of them in. But I do that mainly because I'm interested in the emotional lives of animals, and that includes us. So I feel that most of what I end up creating is actually interior thoughts, and I sort of take them out of my own interior life, and then filter them through formal elements like color, clay, whatever medium I happen to be using, and then see what happens. So this piece is called Broke. The piece you just saw, that
Yep,
piece is
there it
called
is.
Broke, and it's about 2.5 feet long, so it's a fairly large piece. All those pieces coming out of the center are individual pieces, stuffed in the dog that are coming out. And that's to me like a thought that many of us have during our lives, like that whatever is happening is really too much, and we just break down. But it doesn't have to be an experience um, of horror. It can basically be something beautiful as well, like a spilling out of something that then you have the building blocks of to rebuild with. So that's what that piece is generally about. I don't really try to pin my pieces to exact uh, descriptions, or I don't have any sort of prescribed meaning. So I count on them to be able to absorb different meanings as you would move through life with them. So, I mean, my wish for them is that they find homes, and people who live with them are then able to move their own life experience through the pieces as they move through life. So this is part of my newer work, which is painting work. And I picked a few pieces where you can easily see that the themes are very similar in painting. The big difference is that I'm able to actually create more imagery more easily than you do with ceramics. Like I don't have to move it through equipment in order to have it, um, have a permanence to it. This is called Escape from Bright Hill, and I made this in 2020 in March, actually the end of March, just when the shutdown had happened. And I realized that, we were all basically going to be inside for an indefinite period. So I felt this need to like run out of the house and like just be outside. And we were still during that time when nobody knew how the virus was conveyed. So everybody was, we're washing our hands constantly, which of course we still want to do, but we're wiping down all our groceries. And at one point, I remember I thought, oh, I'm out of vodka because I used it to wipe down my groceries, and I thought, when else would I have ever said this? So that's what this piece basically refers to. And this is from a similar time, the early in 2020. And it's an interior scape. This one's called Kumquat Cafe. And I chose kumquats as the theme because they have a bittersweet flavor that it's really hard to distinguish which one it is when you bite into one. Like at first you're like, oh, it's bitter, it's sweet, oh no, it's bitter. And that's how the whole pandemic experience began to feel for me. It's like it had all these hidden gifts. I actually enjoy being alone quite a bit. I enjoy extended time in my studio. I actually thoroughly enjoyed not having to pack up and go to shows, which is normally what I do. I go on the road and I show my work in street fairs, and but then of course it's a pandemic. There's all kinds of like bad results, bad things happening, sad things happening. So that's what this piece is about. This piece is called By the Pond. It's also from when was this? Oh, this is 2019. And this has, to me, a sort of more calming group of colors. And it just refers to those moments when you're near some sort of water source and you see all the life that comes from that. And there's not, I'm sure there is a hierarchy of life within within what's happening naturally in that space. But from a human vantage point, it just seems also sort of like loving and just this explosion of positive things that come from when, water and sunlight and the earth come together to produce life. So that's what this piece is about. And this was created in 2020. It's called Cradle the Sun. And I'm not completely sure what this piece is about yet. But I just had this, I don't know, just this idea that the woman who's you can sort of see that her sweater opens, but it also appears to be a road that sort of moves behind the sun and up to her head and her heart area. And then holding the sun close is what, I don't know, just what appears to be driving her. So it's, I guess it's portraiture. That's some level. Oh, I think this is the last piece of this little collection. It's called Winter's Song. And in the winter time, when things outside are, well, in Pennsylvania anyway, we have a pretty brown winter. Like there's not a lot of snow usually. It's a lot of mud. It's really just, it has a sort of a dead feeling to it. So I spend a lot of time thinking about, what will happen when things start to sort of grow again and when the birds start moving around again. And so this is just a tree person who's thinking about how his roots are able to extend at this point, but he's also has antlers, so he's not completely a tree. So it's a morphing of different life forms. So that's, I think, what we have.
Wow, well, thank you, Lisa.
And so I will close us with a song that is an Irish blessing. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your